My beautiful stars, reading time. All right, main collective. Let's see what's on your mind. Destiny at the bottom. All right. Main focus. Oh, could be a little bit frustrated, this collective. Oh, okay. Oh. It's going to be clarity reading. So first card, confusion. You've got a bit of static in your mind right now, especially here with denial. You could be questioning if you're in denial with a certain situation. My mind's taking me to love straight away. If something that is on your mind is bringing up this kind of temperament and confusion, it's clearly something you hold near and dear to you. So there's clearly something that's happened of recent that is making you question your true emotion here. If you've had an ignition with someone on your mind and it definitely didn't go to the way you had expected, of course you're going to be questioning your emotion. Maybe this collective, you really thought this person was on the same page as you, and something they've said has made you maybe question if they really are, or this could have been their reaction to a conversation, this frustrated, angry, which is making you again question where your emotion really lies. But you're going through an upgrade, that's good. Maybe that's also putting a question mark over this. If you are going through a certain kind of upgrade emotionally, physically, another kind of awakening, rebirth, and coming out of it now, you're starting this dynamic, then of course you're going to be reflecting on how you've been feeling about this situation for so long. Also, I'm hearing another reason that maybe you're in this confusion and questioning your denial of something is if you are, and most of my collectives here, you're awakened, you're on the divine journey, you're connected to some form of soul connection. If you haven't heard from this person for a while and recently they have popped in and there hasn't been any kind of soul evolution, again, this could be adding to the denial. And side note, I'm hearing this is specific, so this is clearly a detail. You could also, because I always say I find it very funny how the universe works, and they give us lessons. If we're not seeing something, they will either give us lessons with someone else close to us, family member, friends, or they put someone in our life. This might sound a bit confronting, but they put someone in our life that is kind of going through what you're going through in an odd kind of way, but the way you're dealing and advising that person, it's kind of like the information that you kind of need to listen to yourself. So if you have someone, and I'm hearing siblings specifically, and it's like, you know that they're in denial over something, or you think that they are, and it's like they themselves are not seeing something clearly, and you're kind of getting frustrated, feeling like your words are being kind of on deaf ears, or a really close friend, like a childhood friend. Maybe the universe has kind of sent you that example, right? I'm hearing that specifically, which is making you question, am I kind of going through what I'm going through and I'm just not seeing my situation clearly? If someone is in your life and they're triggering you to a point of frustration, there's a lesson through that trigger you yourself need to learn. So maybe that's also added to a question mark in your mind. One more. As we're saying it, so you're aware of your triggers and what you need to heal. Maybe there's a lesson you're seeing in someone else right now, and you're seeing yourself a little bit in this situation, and it's making you reflect on if you are seeing a situation correctly. Again, the right collective, this will make sense. It's making sense in my mind. But you really are focusing on your inner child healing. You're trying to cleanse and clear the things that you know need to be focused on, right? Makes sense with this upgrade. And just side note, you could have just done a really nice cleanse and clear of your sacred space or your home as well. Maybe you felt like there's negative energy around you, so you actually did a little cleanse and clear. Okay. 20s at the bottom. If you're on this journey, that is bloody confusing. All right. Confusion. I actually, just actually, no, let's get them first. I was about to get tarot. I'm going to get tarot for that rage, because I don't know if that's you or if that's someone connected to you, or a bit of both. What are you confused about? Oh, well, there's a lot there. Oh, God. Okay. Makes complete sense. I feel for the right collective, something's happened of recent, and unfortunately, it kind of happened quite rapidly. You're either questioning if there's movement coming forward from a separation you've been ghosted with, or this is a past tense thing, and recently this person has come back around, and unfortunately it's ended the same way, which is caused frustration, the very first deviation we mentioned, and now you're questioning your emotion tied into the whole dynamic. If you have had someone treat you like this in the past, and once again it's happened, of course you're going to be questioning everything. But this collective, whatever separation energy you're in, you are in confusion. And if they have left you like this, and you are still in this, and you want this movement, and it hasn't happened, your impatience is getting tested. I think you're not just frustrated at this situation, it's yourself, and you're wanting to upgrade. This is why you're reflecting on the inner child healing. Is it my trauma? Is it because I pick up this energy quite a bit? Is it really a connection that is connected to my soul? Am I in denial? Am I wasting my time here? Okay. Oh. It's like you know you are this. But if I really was in my Empress era, if I really was radiating this brightly, why am I so connected? You're questioning yourself. You're questioning your divine feminine energy. You're questioning your stillness. You could not be seeing yourself properly right now. Maybe you're going through a little bit of lack of confidence, face dysmorphia, not feeling comfortable in your own skin. There's something here when it comes to you. You're questioning everything. That's really sad. And you could also be thinking this person on your mind, separation ghosted. They're in denial of you. Questioning how they even feel about you. It makes sense, especially if you've just thought this person has had, like you were the key to their heart for a long time, but they just needed time or space, they would return. I just feel this collective, you've kind of lost all hope and you're taking it down to this. Let's get this angry. Everything we say is for a reason, and I think this collective, you did get a blast from the past, and the exact same thing has happened like it's always happened. And now that the memories and thinking you wanted to rekindle, or that they wanted to rekindle, and I don't even want to say nostalgia, but you're just going back to all the cycles that you've had. Okay, I just want to get tarot quickly. Let's just quickly see your perspective, and I want to see the person connected to your heart space. Okay, this is main collective, your perspective. Okay, you'd be doing your head in right now. Oh God, makes sense. Am I being dishonest with myself? Am I faking happiness? Is this just sticking me in limbo? Am I here for all the wrong reasons? All I ever see is a storm. No healing or slow healing. Things get bad to worse. It's just unstable. I feel nothing but instability. I normally see this as my little detective, but it's more, I think you are trying to come from a much more intelligent, logical. I think you're now starting to notice details where unfortunately you thought you were blinded to because of this denial card, right? Now, because I'm clarifying for this, I can't help but looking at those photos. If it hasn't been some form of ignition of this person coming forward, maybe you did find something on social media, opening Pandora's box, being a little spy. I'm hearing a few things. Another thing is, if this person has come in and they've ghosted you, maybe you think this person's looking in, but then it makes you feel crazy. Why would they be looking in? They've got the opportunity to fix this. And I've got so many collectives. I even touched on it on yesterday's collective. I find a lot of you guys, it's kind of a safety thing, if you know it or not. It's subconscious. If they're not here in the physical, you thinking they're spying and watching in the background, it's like it soothes your mind for some reason. Maybe you watched that collective yesterday, or you've just had the thought pattern, why do I think it's good that this person spies on me? I don't want them to spy on me, right? I want them to make their presence clear. Let's simplify it. Your perspective right now. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but you just think you've made this whole thing up in your mind because clearly you've seen nothing but change. Okay, let's see this person's perspective. This person connected to collective. Okay. Oh, God. All right. So they're in Eight of Wands in reverse. Temperance. Oh, I was talking to myself. So Eight of Wands in reverse, Temperance came out, which is good. But then you had King of Cups in reverse. And I was saying, I heard a couple things with this. I do think this person, especially if this collective you reacted like this in the physical and it wasn't just internally being frustrated with the situation, I do think this person has moments of thinking, and it just shows maybe you're not on the same page emotionally, that you could be being a little bit overly emotional in this whole situation, right? Which makes them shut down. Now, this being repressed, moody, withdrawn, focusing on their own feelings, presenting very emotionally unavailable. Again, this is their perspective. So how blocked this is, the lack of momentum here, how many delays there's been, how many halts there's been, the lack of alignment with you guys. I do think this person has moments of thinking they really want to balance this, and there's something here about excessive emotion with both of you, which makes this person shut down. It's a very emotional situation in their mind. Maybe this person's not the best with emotion, but it's like no matter how much they're wanting to bring harmony and peace into this situation, it just never seems to happen. Now, this collective, you clearly are under the veil that it's them at fault, and I do think this person has moments of the kind of same in their mind, thinking you're at fault here. So it's just blocking, because I don't think either of you guys are talking about this. I think this is an internal hurricane within, and you're just on different pages. How long this has taken you guys to try and get on the same page, I think it really overwhelms this person, and I do think it affects them more than maybe you think, but I just think they're seeing it a little bit differently. It's like you both are embodying this. Every time there's interaction, it ends up being a storm, and I feel this collective for so long And I see this so much with divines, and I always talk about it. Deviation for a reason. Whoever activates in that divine feminine, you're in the longing veil because you're having to heal, you're chasing energy, always going after people. Unfortunately, they're not seeing you. The more someone shuts down, the more effort you put in. You're really on this path to see yourself, understand your worth, your value. You shouldn't be chasing anyone in life. I saw this lighthouse post today, and it was so beautiful, and I thought about all of you beautiful angels, and I reposted it. I feel this collective, you should go watch it, right? It's kind of perfectly that description of the lighthouse. It's like whoever activates in that feminine energy, this is something you need to learn about yourself. You are not people's saviors. You cannot heal people that are not wanting to heal. And that lighthouse, boats that find that lighthouse need that guidance, right? But the lighthouse is not there to go rescue people, right? People are guided to its light, right? And they're the people that the lighthouse rescues. Where this collective, when you activated and you're in that longing veil, you guys just think they're sitting there pining, craving, just like you are. And that's not the case. They have the veil of the runner. They're in avoidance. Do they think about you? Yes. Do they sit there and think you guys are twin flames and you are... No, not until they activate. I always say they're 6 to 9 months behind your journey. They don't even, if anything, the information about twin divine and divine, it freaks them out. You've got to remember they're running away from their mirror. They're running away from their hierophant, their high priestess. They put you guys in the crazy basket. It's like they hate themselves for loving you, so they push you away. So every time this person comes in for a cycle to teach you your worth, trigger you into your worth, right? Burn you time and time again with the avoidance, whatever it is. Because you guys have the expectation, they're sitting there longing, they just want to make it work. Every time their name pops up, you think that's them coming back for union. So you guys are overly nice, you forget your emotion, forget what's been done, you become the doormat because you just think they're here, they're coming back. It's like you forget all the chaos and all the fires that were created. So you're wearing a mask of pretending like everything's okay. So true divines, what happens? They wear their mask. They're coming in cool, calm and collected. Then you guys get extremely triggered because they're not pushing for reconciliation. It's just a point of communication lesson. And then it ends up completely abruptive because you're under the veil. They're craving you as much as you're craving them. And because they're not acting the way you think they should act because you're overgeneralizing. Oh, if I love someone, I would never do that. I would try and fix it. They're thinking differently. So you guys, this is why you just get stuck on the same cycle time and time again because of expectation, right? Now, I feel this collective, there's a reason I say everything. Right now, it's so odd. It's like you've got the same perspectives, but you don't even understand it, right? Why do I think that there can be this? All there ever is this. You've got to remember they lead more with logic. You lead more with emotion. You're feeling it. They're trying to dissect it. Until they're activated, 3D outlook, the belief system you guys are breaking free from your feminine journey, right? Your awakening journey. You try and find the understanding, the compassion. You try and find the reasons why people react this way through trauma. They're thinking of the whole situation logically. How society would view a relationship like this. It's nothing but triggering. It's nothing but this. This must be toxic. That just split onto... Try not to overwhelm yourself. Oh my God, stop it. This card's up. It's not your ego's timing. It's divine's timing. Sometimes timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow of life. Surrender to miracles. I always say until they're activated, you got no hope. They've got to understand the spiritual dynamic here. They've got to understand why it is so triggering. They've got to understand this connection was to make them self-aware and start reflecting on their own behavior, not just your behavior, right? Remember, before you started activating, And you guys see this through every separation, family grievance before active. It's always the blame. Oh, they're this, they're that. That's why I did this. That's why I did that. Da, 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 da. It's not until you finally activate that shadow, and this is why shadow work's so confronting, you start to realize my life's on repeat. I keep calling in the same people, different meat suit. I keep calling in the same shitty job situations. I'm always forever moving. Whatever your cycle is, every 2 years, you're always replaying the same story, right? Until you awaken and become self-aware, you don't realize this. And that is why I say, without activation, you've got no hope. So don't sit there and think that this person is completely obsessed and they know about twin flame journey, because they don't. It's like they hate themselves for loving you, because remember, they've put you in the toot basket. But they don't understand why they can't get you off their mind. So they try harder and harder to avoid this however they can, right? But it all catches up. And this is why you need to surrender to divine timing. You can see it here. Every time there's been movement, this collective, I don't know if you try to force to see this person, or you are overly nice and you lack boundaries, and whatever it is, there's a reason you're stuck on the same cycle. It's like, it feels like it's only now this collective is waking up to thinking, what have I been doing? It's not that you've been in denial. It's that you haven't been embodying that true divine feminine journey that this journey calls for. Stillness. Do not chase. See yourself. Understand what you deserve. Keep living your life. Focus on your greatness. Focus on building your empire. Focus on your mission work. Focus on your own path with no expectation. I said this in yesterday's reading. I'm being called to say it again. And I had a little deviation towards the end about kind of religion and spirituality. And I'm just going to breeze over it. I believe there's beauty in all religions, but I truly believe religions really taught us to segregate. Spirituality was created or made to unite, right? But one thing I think that religion is just, it soars above spirituality, and I don't get why, because spiritualists, you feel energy, you see energy, you're connected to the universe. They are connected to God, Allah, whoever they're praying to, more through prayer. It's how much they pray, and it's how much they speak, and how connected and devoted they are. It's like in the midst of prayer, that's when they feel Holy Spirit, that's when they feel the guidance, because of the release they get in their soul through prayer, right? And you see them, you see the mission work they do, you just see how dedicated and devoted and in complete surrender they are into God's plan, because completely devout. We're spiritualists. We talk about surrendering to the divine and just believing and getting out of doubt and getting out of lack of trust. And it's like you guys just think you're on the Delulu train instead of just giving your path and your plan to the Creator. You guys should have more strength in this, because again, you're forever feeling spirit, forever, and not just in prayer. They're always around you, showing you that they support you, always. But yet our spiritual community, there's such a lack of it, of complete devotion. And this is what this situation's calling for. It's not about questioning if you're crazy or that you're trying to force the river. Instead of just letting the river flow, instead of trusting, you are forever guided. You are a walking miracle. Look at your activation. Again, unicorn energy. Just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not real. And you guys know this. I always say, who cares if it's this person, whatever person? If you can love someone like this, right? That makes you feel like this. Again, if it's this person or the next, imagine when they release what's really meant for you. How much love you're going to have there. You're trying to race to the finish line. Clearly, your finish line may not be ready just yet, but our Creator knows your plan. just remember, the judgment religious and spiritual people have to, it's all one in the same. It's all one in the same. You all believe there's something far greater guiding us. You all believe in something that makes you want to be better, makes you want to be a better human, right? Remember, our Creator runs through your veins. You are our Creator. She is in us all. By not believing in Creator, you're not believing in yourself. Stop with the self-doubt, right? Everyone devotes to healing for themselves at the start. Once you realize it's not about this, it's not just about you and what you're going to get. It's being the best human you can possibly be. It's finding that sovereignty, and it's believing what is meant for you will never pass you by. And when you can just affirm that in your mind in moments like this emotion gets easier. And you realize how irrelevant this emotion is, right? You're stuck in your mind. You're stuck in the mind you're trying to heal. We need to remove this. And you can see the mirrored emotion here. If you keep going around the same roundabout, there's a lesson you are not learning from one another. And I can see it here, it's the power dynamic. You can clearly see if you have gone through this with this person a lot of time and you keep excusing it, and every time it happens you're like, I'll never let it happen again, and you keep letting it happen, what's their lesson? To teach you. To find this. To find who you are. To believe in your worth. To believe you don't deserve this. No matter how much you love someone, no one deserves this. So stop excusing it and surrender it. So next time it happens, you break the cycle. I might think I love you with my whole heart, but I love myself more. And I'm not going to let anyone treat me like this. And it may hurt me, but I know I deserve better. Because this will forever hurt you. If they don't heal this, doesn't matter if they come in to be with you, they're going to do it again and again and again. Until you see yourself, your value, your worth, your self-respect, and understand, holy moly, this was always my lesson to learn. Thank you for teaching me to love myself. I've learnt my lesson now. Goodbye. And if they return once you've learnt your lesson, and there is change, and that butterfly comes back with big bright wings, I always say, that butterfly truly returns. They're yours forever, but the right way. Break the cycle and surrender it. And if they don't come back, it wasn't meant to be. At least you know you've ticked them off your contract, so you're not going to meet them in the next life. You're not going to have to deal with this lesson in the next life. You've learnt it, right? You're not in denial. You just got to see the lesson. And don't be angry at yourself. Every time they chip away at you, they're making you find yourself step by step. If you've walked through this fire with this person however many times, maybe this last time, it's finally the time you're rising from that fire. You've become the phoenix over it. And if you've been holding on to this for so long, of course it's going to be a little bit painful. But again, this is that moment you surrender and trust in your plan, right? Let's get one more. Yeah, the pain, the sorrow, the heartache, oh God, this collective. I love all of my collectives, but you can see how trapped you are. You know, look at these cards, 6 of Swords in reverse, 3 of Swords, 8 of, like, you know. So instead of keep denying your true feelings, because that's what it is, you find the strength, they reappear, it goes out the window because of expectation. Don't open the gate again. for another point for this to happen. Let it be. Let it be. I don't understand. I do, because I work with trauma. People that crave someone that continuously does this, it comes from a broken place. It does. It's not because it's a broken place that's trying to heal in your soul. If you can constantly crave someone that makes you feel like this time and time again, your soul, it's your abandonment, it's your own emotional unavailability. You crave an unhealthy love because it makes you feel safer. You still haven't learned how to thrive in stability. You still thrive in chaos. And I know this is hard to hear, it's the truth. If you still crave obsessive love, if you still crave love bombing, the excessive validation, you don't see yourself. You want someone else to obsess over you, but your inner soul is calling for you to obsess over you, right? For you to validate you, for you to find you, for you to understand your greatness. Anyone that continuously can crave this, divine or not, it's your trauma that needs to be healed. This is not healthy for anybody, for anybody. And again, I'm saying this from a place of love. And yes, just saying it's not easy, but you need to keep affirming this to yourself. It is my trauma. I do need to heal. I shouldn't want this. So I'm not going to accept it anymore. I'm not going to accept it anymore. It's the only way to stop the pattern. People want change. You need to create change. Don't keep welcoming the old. I always say this. If you do not weld out an energy, it will keep repeating. Stop being the, oh, hey, or stop whatever your cycle is, stop it. Because if this isn't just happen and I'm speaking like this, it's about to happen. And it's finding you so you don't end up being in this again. Choose you. Choose you. Let's get one more for them. No, the broken Ten of Coins in reverse. You're in complete pain. This person is in a lot of, they're seeing this very, I think, more logically, right? Now, if there's family grievances tied to this, if there's financial losses tied to this, if they see you and they look at you, your perspective, yes, they could be thinking of your broken foundation. Also, all the loss that comes with this connection, right? Every time they want to fix it, they're logical, which you should be. You should be in this, the veils need to switch. They want it, they want to put harmony, but then they think, no, we're blocked, we don't align. This comes with nothing but overly emotional, frictional emotion. This comes with chaos. This comes with brokenness. This is going to affect my family. This is going to affect my foundation. Every time they crave, they push away. This collective, every time you crave, you wallow, you pine, you this. It's like you forget the damage that's been done. If they reflect on the damage that's been done, but they're blaming you, there's damage here to be reflected on, right? Sorry, I know this is confronting. Again, people hate these readings, but these are the readings people need. They want it, but at the moment, it doesn't make sense why they want it. But that's how you should be. This doesn't make sense. I am not going to continue to sit in sorrow over someone that has broken this. Someone that put destruction. Someone that caused financial loss. If they're going over it, you should be going over it too. Someone that just doesn't seem to be in alignment with me. Someone that keeps putting delays in this dynamic. Someone that presents moody, repressed, overly emotional. You both see each other as this, right? But it's like you forget this until the moment of rejection. So you're not healing your rejection trauma because you keep putting yourself in a place to be rejected. Don't do it anymore. Don't do it anymore. It's all a lesson, I promise you guys. If someone is bound to your contract from until you learn the lesson, they will forever return. break it so you never have to go through it again, because this collective, you haven't learnt the lesson. So every time this person appears, the same thing's going to happen to you until you find yourself. I promise you. And this collective, that should make sense, because this has happened time and time again. People need to understand, and they need to find what the lesson is with the person that keeps returning. You need to know what it is. And it shows you plain and simple why you get stuck. But you guys are blinded, because this day and age, everyone chucks a, I'm a divine, I'm a twin flame. No, it's not always the case. If it's karmically, if it's bound to you in any kind of soul level, it needs to be learned. Otherwise, it's repetitive. And I can see it here. Very simple. I don't even need to get your contract. It's all about this. This person was meant to make you find this. So find it and stand in it. And don't let this person ever question those strengths about you. Okay. Oh, upgrade from the chasing energy. But you may not be physically chasing, but this is emotional chasing. And for the rag, don't make it fear. Look at what you're sitting in. That would cause fixation. It would cause true fixation, obsessive mind frame, right? Energetic chasing is just as bad as physical chasing with a soul bond, because your threads are intertwined, right? So whatever you're going through, you're upgrading through this. So you've either hit the point, I will never put effort in again. I will never reach out. I'll never do this. I'll never do that. Or it's now as well, you've had the lesson finally that's broken you, which I really, really hope. But it's just how much sadness you're in makes me think you haven't broken the layer yet. Until you break the layer, you will not know if this person is destined for you. Because like I said before, if you break the layer and they never return again, at least and got them off your soul contract, right? There's always fear because of the unworthiness. But if I do, what if they run again? Good. Make them run. Make them sprint. Get them out of your energy so you can properly heal. At least then you'll know, right? And like I said, I've got to get this purple deck next. If you are going through this emotion and it hasn't happened just yet, it's because Spirit wants you to wake up. And this is finding you. So you choose strength. You choose strength. And if it has happened, again, this is finding you for strength. And to break out of this. F this cat and mouse off. No one deserves that dynamic in their life, especially when they're trying to heal. All right, healing and cleansing clear. Good, you're cleansing that out. You're sick of waiting for the apology. You're sick of it. You feel silly. You feel silly. And this is where you reflect on your healing. It makes sense with this reading and how much I'm deviant. Stop being hard on yourself. You're learning a lesson of self-love. And that's a hard lesson to learn, right? It's hard. And unless people, not everyone has this lesson to learn in life. Watch and hear this, even advice you get. And they're like, what are you doing? Plenty of fish in the sea. It's like they don't get it because they don't have this trauma in their heart. Unless you have this trauma in your heart, people cannot give you the right advice, because to other people, they just think you're crazy. Like, why would you stay with that toxic mess? What's wrong with you? I would have been out ages ago. Like, unless you've been through it, people don't understand how hard it is to find it, right? And I get it. I get it. It's not easy. But I feel like this collective, you're finally waking up. There's nothing wrong with you. This has been bound to your poor little heart. Remember, this journey is to find that version of you that was lost before your armor started being built. From 3-4 years old, this starts to build around us. From our parental examples, the schooling system, the hierarchy, governments, institutions, we are learning to be programmed. At an age we don't know emotion, so we're like a sponge. We just imprint our environment, right? This is what this journey is to help you break free from. The subconscious belief system we've been programmed to. We talk about it all the time. This collective, your poor heart space from a very young age was armored. You're relearning life. You're relearning how to parent yourself. Don't put yourself in the crazy basket. Don't put yourself in denial. But I will say something that will kick you up the bum. I keep excusing it. I'm making my trauma worse. I'm not excusing it anymore. I'm choosing myself. I'm not going to be angry at this person and their behavior. I keep allowing it, right? Just point that finger back at yourself and it starts to wake you up more, right? It's not this person's fault. It's not your fault. Learn the lesson from one another, okay? And I'm so happy to see that this collective, you're flicking this. You're at the point, I don't want this no more. I don't need to hear these words anymore, because that's all it is words, right? That's not going to soothe me anymore. I want more than just words in my life. I want action, okay? And cosmic healing at the bottom. All right, I just want to get this purple deck quickly just to see there's clearly movement right now. And again, I just want to see if this has happened or if this is about to happen. But even for both, it's clearly, I say it all the time, everything I say is for a reason. And if you're both tied into one, it's a message clearly both energies need to hear. Okay. If communicate comes out in 3 cards, this has already happened. If it doesn't, then it's on its way. 1, 2. Oh, whoa! I don't see things right. Lie, pants on fire. Okay, break up. Water sign. Sneaky. I still think for some of you, this is recently just happened as well. And it's like it's coming to give you clarity and to stop blaming yourself, right? Now, whatever's happened, you could be a water sign, they could be a water sign involved, but emotional ignition, emotions are running high. Cups in tarot is months, so maybe this is something that's been brewing for the past few months here, but there is sneakiness in your energy right now, so be careful, little Pinocchio. All right, let's get one more for your top row. Okay, emotionally unavailable. So, you know what this means, right? Of course, talking to myself. What I was saying with this, you know what this means for this collective, right? Even if because I feel we've got kind of a mixed bag. This collective, you clearly work in the same color, but I think for some of you it's happened, some of you it's about to happen, but for the people that it's happened, I think it's about to happen again, right? It's time to break the cycle. It is time to shut the door on this one and trust if it's meant to be, at least you've broken your layer. And I'm going to get the soul contract next, right? But you could be having door issues as a sign. Or just as you watch this, Spirit works in very magical ways to confirm this is for you. Something might happen to your door, your cupboard door, a back door, a sliding door come off the rails, your car door. Keep an eye out for that one. Okay, let's get a dice. So when is this coming? I'm hearing 3. 3's been a theme this week. 5, so it's within this, and transform it. Or maybe the last time you heard from this person was the 5th. 5 could be, you could be a life path 5, they could be, you could be coming into a personal year 5, right? Okay. Oh, don't let this get in the way. This could be another part of your layer. This person always just comes in sexually. Oh, God. So ever since this, and yes, we can see it now. You're both reminiscing, but again, this person's moving with logic. You're moving with emotion. Don't lead with that. Okay, distance between you guys. So maybe you need to travel to get to one another, or at least a couple hours distance. This person doesn't just live 10 minutes down the road. Happen again. So to double confirm, you got the actual distance, physical and emotional distance. Now I was a little bit confused because emotions are running high and I was more feeling this needs emotional distance. But with it, you got, this card's about opening up your heart. It'll help you attract more love. But I think this is the issue that's happened. You've always had your heart open here, even though this person just continuously seems to hurt you. You've never put yourself first in this dynamic. And just the theme of this, I think this, because of the expectation, I just have to be kind, I just have to be this. But it clearly for this collective, it doesn't matter how nice, accepting, understand, it always happens because it's you're trying to put a puzzle piece into that. If this is a lesson for self-love, the more you keep doing this, the more the cycle's going to repeat. Clearly how you've been approaching this, it doesn't work. Do it the opposite, right? Oh, sneaky. If hurts are probably, So there's something here, this is specific, because this is what they're fibbing about. So you've got spy here. So they've got their eye on you doing more research, but this is underneath liar, liar, pants on fire. So there is something very off going on with your socials, or they've blocked you, they watch you on burners, weird emails, weird phone calls. There's something here this person has denied and Pinocchio, right? Through their spying tendencies. This is specific. Hold on, let's get tarot. Because if they've been lying about it, you've been getting gaslighted about something, right? Actual fibs here. Oh, it's, as soon as I looked at it, I could feel it was about to stop. Anyway, spy, what have they been denying? What are they lying about with their spying? I guess it could be as simple as you've asked them if they're spying and they, cosmic trigger over this. Something tied to karma. Oh, and a missed opportunity. Hold on, Knight of Swords in reverse. Cosmic trigger, full moon energy could be important. One more. Hold on. Nine of Swords, they're in grief over this. Okay, there is something here very important because it's being cosmically guided right now. So this is about full moon energy, especially if this person has appeared around a full moon. That should be another detail, but this is the next month or the next full moon. We just had a full moon. So the full moon in February is going to be very important here because there's a cosmic trigger about emotional awareness, a climax, breaking a cycle, moving on from a cycle completion, right? Which has created a missed opportunity. This person has been very insincere, lying about something which has made, it's been hurtful. There's something that's been hurtful that's happened, coming from an impulsive place that got out of control, and they are sitting there in regret over this one, right? Victim mentality though. So lost hope in love, dark thoughts, anxiety, fear, nightmares, insomnia. There is something this person's done with the right collective socials. And why do I feel there's like, I'm seeing like a little group of people, or maybe it's opinions or whatever it is, it's being, there's, I'm surprised, High Priestess, you've seen something. One more. And it's so funny, you know what I used to say, and I'm hearing myself, it's like this person, because this is out of control, this situation now in their mind. But I used to say, this is my little man that's dug himself to China with all of his deceit. He can't find his way home. Because they're in Nine of Swords, so they're creating a mountain out of a molehill. Because I see that as real victim mentality. I'm going over their perspective on this though. Maybe the energy blocks and the delays and stuff, it all comes down to this row. It's like they feel they can't move because of this situation. Right, collective? This will be like pennies. Hold on, one more. And maybe this is why they present so cold and dry, because especially if you are a high priestess and it's like you've called them on something, but they've denied it, so they have to present cold, like they're not as That's very childish. That's very there's something they've got a lot of fear over with this. One more. The heartbreak. It's added to the heartbreak here. Okay, it's come from an excessive... Maybe they did it when they were on... Especially if you know this person struggles with addictions. It's come from a place of selfishness and emptiness. They weren't... Nine of Cups in reverse. Whatever this situation was, they weren't emotionally balanced when they started the ball rolling with this one. And again, it's become out of control now. That's something they know that needs to be admitted to, and I don't think they're ready to. It created more discord, broken, imbalance, inauthenticity, inauthentic relationship. I want one more. We're going to have to get with this one. No wonder Spirit's protecting you. There's a lesson for this, because if they've done something really weird to you, this would be a pattern for them. They would do this to others, past relationships. If this person, this is coming to my mind, if this person ever brought up a past relationship and brought up something about fake profiles, it's like they were kind of dobbing on themselves but blaming their ex-person for... There's a pattern here. There's a cosmic trigger over this. This person needs awareness about how bad this is to interfere in people's energy this way, right? It's a real gameplay kind of thing. That is the card I was wanting to say. Caught red-handed. I think you've called this person on this and they've denied it. So this adds to them acting really like, oh yeah, I don't care. Because that's unhealthy obsession, right? They did it blinded. They couldn't see what they were doing. They didn't understand how bad it was, and now they've dug themselves to China with it. Before this row came out, I didn't even want to get this person's intention. I'm going to have to with this. There's something, oh my God, the Ten of Swords. Hold on, I want one more deck. Okay. Their emotion when it comes to this, it creates the indecision. They're stuck. They're stuck. They're conflicted. They go back and forth. They're unclear. It's to take ownership of it, I think. They're trapped in China. They're trapped in no way to escape. The only way to escape is to be truthful, which means this person struggles with honesty, worried they'll get rejected because of this. That's big. That's a detail here for this person's behavior. Worried that you'll turn them down and discard them, that you'll shut them out, you'll say no. That ain't little. That's not just this person making a burner to watch you. This person's done something here. Don't make it fit. And you had your perspective, that little detective card, right? And I was thinking, why is that coming out? Like in my mind, all the different deviations, the right collective, you know this. But you would be questioning, are you in denial with it? And this is probably why you think this person has been so invested, but every time, okay, this reading's making sense. If you're still watching, you clearly needed that kick up the bum with self-love, right? But this is like just completely unfolding, because I'm going to be honest, I just was thinking this person's a big fat karmic lesson, but there's something bigger here. But this is why you'd think you're crazy, because you think they've been doing X, Y, and Z and really invading in your energy. But then they present so cold, and that's the you would think you're crazy. Hold on, one more. This person must be a pro bamboozler, right? Or the way that they're doing there's something like they must be very good. Shocked. I think when you called them out, shocked. Like you knew. Surprised, unexpected, taken back, didn't see it coming. Astounded, out of the blue. What? Jarring. And it's freaking them out. This is very specific Do not make this fit. There is something huge that's happening for the right collective. This is not just you think this person spies. They've interfered. It's like they've created an account. They're playing with your emotion, and whoever this, like, I feel you've called this something out here and they've just denied, right? It's not just you thinking. You've said something. You've said something that shocked them. Like, how did they know? How did they know? Right? Now they're trapped. Very important. Okay. Let's just get this last one. I've got to get soul contract next. I've got to see the universe's perspective on this all. Okay, so maybe it's something to do with their sexuality, but still figuring themselves out emotionally. Let's be real, you can tell, because I don't think they're going to be honest about this. Hold on, one more. And someone else. Remember I said I feel like there's a group. I wouldn't say a group. It could be like them and someone else, or maybe two people. There's someone else in the midst of this chaos and this weird, whatever this weird situation is. And it's added to the sabotage of this connection. They could be an earth sign. But they'll be back. But this is that they'll be back without the community. So how are they going to approach? Very blasé, like nothing's going on. That first part, even though it was tough to hear, you still need to, this or not, you need to put yourself first. But there's just more going on here. But this collective, I'm sticking to, you still have a lesson of self-love. Yes, they're about to be back, but it's whenever I see this without the communicate or the confession with it, it's literally just like something so irrelevant and stupid, right? Especially after what's been done in your dynamic. All right, their perspective. Oh, there's you. So you are that Empress. Don't be in denial with it. Remember who you are. These three. You're attractive, you're beautiful, you're graceful, the way you love, your magnetism, you're abundant. Just remember who you are. This is huge. That first part would have been hard, but this collective, you embody this. And this is that energy. You are something profound and magical, but not because other people say you are. It's you. So recognize your power. Recognize your worth. Until you heal that, you could be the most attractive person in the world. And it doesn't matter how many people compliment you or tell you this. That validation, if you don't believe it, there's always going to be inner insecurities. And I truly believe that this collective, again, universe's perspective, you are this. But no one's going to make you believe it but you. No matter what you do to your outer vessel or how you until you believe it in the soul. Remember, she's 4 queens in one. Total package. Total package. Okay. Oh, well, there they are. I wonder what's going to confirm them. But it did come out with Hermit. Maybe that, I don't think so, just Fox. Well, we know that. And if you've been seeing foxes, or whenever you called this person on their rubbish and you saw a fox right afterwards, sign. Manipulation. But something's not right. We know that. Sly and cunning. But Hermit journey. So this is for over a year. So for this over a year, you've been going within. You've been healing. I can't see this person's been in Hermit for over a year. Not the way they keep presenting. But there is something that a higher perspective, more of a healed approach might be needed here. Okay. Wow. Wasn't expect. Oh, you got Emperor at the bottom. Emperor, Empress. And 3-3. 28th of March could be important. This is about steady movement forward. Going the distance. Everything you thought you couldn't, you could. They definitely accelerated you onto your healing journey. So that's part of your contract here, clearly. But definitely to make you find your Empress energy, which we said so many times in your first part. Huge lesson of self-love and self-knowing was meant to be provided from this person. All right, let's get 2 more for your top row. Oh my God, you got it. Holy moly. Not just the divine feminine of the earthly plane, but the spiritual plane. Trust your sight. This person was also meant to make you believe in your sight and your intuition and your knowing. This is why they bamboozle you so much. So that means you're blinded by love. And I find most seers are. That's where you get your clouded judgment. You know, your 4D mind knows everything, but you question it. You don't surrender to it. Surrender your plan, first part. You question it. They were meant to teach you to believe in your sight, your power. You probably have all 4 clairs, your clairvoyance, you guys, we talk about it all the time. You see your story, you don't see your timeline. Just because you haven't had the moment everything's arrived, it doesn't mean it's not arriving, right? So every time this person comes in to teach you worth, you would get gut intuition about something. You get some form of chaos in the background, spy lurking. This person was not just meant to teach you self-love, self-knowing, but to believe in yourself and your power, which means you question your power and your gifts. That is why they toy with you in the background with things, because they're not just meant to teach you this. They're meant to burn you with their bamboozling and making you think you're in static and denial. And it's all making sense. Watch from the beginning. So what happens? Until you learn this, you've got to sever this out. You've got to stand up for what you know. This person's shocked by whatever you said, but this is why every time they present more cold, more this, more, because you've called them on everything, right? But they confuse you. And can I tell you something? People that confuse and make people question their power with it, karma. This person hasn't just toyed with your emotion, but with your sight. And you're a high priestess. This person's silly. Again, this is that power dynamic that I was feeling. Another lesson in your contract with each other to balance it out. This person's meant to learn off you, but they're not. They're not learning off you yet. They're still toying with you. This is big. First part's making so much more sense, and so is that spy energy. That's why you were drawn to one another, because everything you've seen, it will come, full circle moment. It'll come. I always say it comes, and you're going to have that moment. I knew it all. I knew all along. I was never crazy. I knew it's coming. Don't you worry. Again, universe's perspective. 3rd of May, 5th of March. March is clearly an important month here. I want one more for your top row. The time has come. Major opportunities. Things are unfolding in the light. Enlightenment, right? Celebrating the light, growth, boldness, enjoyment, expansion, positivity, building your strength. It was meant to build your strength in self-belief and inner knowing, but through all the secrets, the silence, the guarded emotion. They got guarded. Your intuition has been off dream state. Maybe you've even dreamed this, right? It wouldn't surprise me if you're an Empress hype. Again, all 4 clairs. Oh God. Okay, let's confirm. This says things are unfolding. As we said, it'll all come into full circle. You've got a cosmic trigger over this chaos. By the next full moon, this is cosmically being guided. You can't escape the cosmic triggers. You can't escape it. Oh gosh. Emotional climax. Remember that. Okay. Anyway, so again, universe underneath you, from tears of sorrow to tears of joy, overflowing abundance. Again, this is part of what needed to be learnt here. After you stop chasing after something and emotionally released. What is that? What's the Empress? She doesn't chase after shit. So part of the lesson, once you stop chasing after something, literally says chasing after something, and emotionally release it, what happens to your tears of sorrow, which you're in for the right collective? Watch from part 1. Overflowing abundance. And can I tell you something? It's coming to my mind. I'm just going to say it. I shouldn't laugh. You remind me of my winner collective. It's like, because you haven't won, you're like, I want to win. I have a feeling this collective, when you find this stuff out, I think you're going to get the ick. I think this is true, unhealthy, weird stalker obsession stuff. Like, that's what I'm getting from this collective. Because remember, that's part of your lesson, to break free from the obsessive, love-bombing, intense. And I always say, when you're really healing, you start to realize, because you're not attracted to the people you were in the past, right? I think this is going to make you think, when you have that moment, it's like everything's going to fall into place, lightning bolt through the mind's eye, and you're going to be like, huh? Truly. You might not think that as you're watching this, but I promise you, there is something really weird going on here. Okay. This, I don't even want to, I'm going to say wounded masculine. World. Finally, the world that's needed. But they could be coming into something. I shouldn't be. 28th of August, 288, you could be seeing a lot of. You need to world this. That's part of your lesson, right? You need to have this moment. They're meant to teach you this about yourself, right? The power in this dynamic. But anyway, the cycle needs to be broken. That's been a theme of this. Could they be going through some form of cycle ending themselves? You want to hope so, but I can't get over the they'll be back. There's still something that needs to be severed here. Let's get one more for them. Fox, something that needs to be severed. Truth, but they need to world out. But until you world this out, right? Because this, just how you have lessons, this person, it's a pattern, I said it. You're meant to be this person's wake-up call. You have seen something's not right, sleight of hand, their cunning, sly, crafty behavior, right? Their deceit, their self-interest. This needs a world. Watch from part 1, 14th of September. And I've just noticed in this reading, I'm sitting with my leg up I never sit like that. I normally sit with my legs crossed under my table, like under this. You could be someone, I know this sounds irrelevant, but again, it's just weird that I'm sitting like this. You know when people eat and they always have one leg up? Why am I seeing that? Are you someone that when you're on a chair, you always have one leg up? That sounds so random. But this collective, this reading's becoming very specific. There's clearly another detail. But anyway, Hermit. Soul contract. So it was part of your healing, going within, higher perspective, finding that star at the end of the tunnel, having to go through the obstacles, having to go through the problems, the distance, the solitude, spiritual isolation, breaking free from the pride, this person especially, the blocking, the in and out, the ghosting, the cold, the indifference. So they were meant to treat you like this was all because of the rubbish and the sneakiness in the background. The stubbornness, all the delays. It was part of your soul contract, your pact, your cycle, your agreement. It says partnership and trust, but the more I'm seeing this, I just think I don't know about this one. Maybe. Continuing, I'm telling you, this collective, I think when you find this stuff, find this all that, you're going to feel like I just think you're going to feel completely different to how you feel. This continuing on and promise and bond, I don't know. I guess it could be 21st of the 8th. I don't know. This is a bit... Unless it really is a true... Anyway, steady movement forward. The butterfly. That's good. Steady movement forward. Through the islands. So you got the mountain and the islands. This was meant to be hard. The harder it was, the more you got. Everything that you thought you couldn't made you think you can. You're a winner. That's why. The challenges. It was meant to put luck on your side. 4-leaf clover. The isolation, the standoffish approach. Stop it. The separation, the estranged energy, transitioning from loneliness to independence. Understanding you complete yourself. No one else completes you. It says it's always been protected. This is an odd one. If you really would, whatever's coming, you accept. That's, I guess, true unconditional love. 21st of March, another important date. High Priestess. Whoa. Seeking truth. You know. It was your journey. It was to activate your journey. 22nd of May. It was your life path. This has always been your destiny, this. You were born with your gifts. Wouldn't surprise me if this world and your armor cut you off to your magic. So when you activated, you went through a complete crazy toot because you had all of this accumulation of magic within you that just exploded through your awakening. Because remember that deviation? I feel this person put you in the... When really, let's be real, by the looks of it, it should have been them put into the basket. Now that I'm reading this... And you got 21 here. That could be important as well. Okay, what's about to unfold? Everything that's been stuck. Things are about to become tangible for you and dependable and faithful. You got the wine here. This has been developing over time, transforming, alchemizing, aging well, ripening, family legacy. 4... Magic, sun. Okay, one more. Whoa. Your last card is the miracle card. The star. Wishes are about to come true. Miracle, falling in love, hope. Bless midnight magic. It says nighttime, but I always say midnight magic. 16th of the 6th. Hummingbird. Another miracle card. Okay. I just quickly want to get these, and we're really going to break this person down. Scorned lover. Truth. Actually, before we get that, I've got to get moon cards. All right, you've got, you're very close to achieving your goal. The answers you need are coming. Oh gosh, the sight. But there's something not set in stone. It's the boundary. It's the first part. Remember the lessons you need to learn. And I'm telling you, whatever you're about to find out, and maybe it's just your initial energy, you're like, what? And you just kind of get, but there is, hold on, let's get one more for this. Holy moly. Okay. You've got a personal issue reaches resolution and I'm blocking after blocked communication. The answers you need are coming. You're very close to achieving your goals. But this is what's not set in stone. And I think something weird happens here. I feel when this climate... Watch from the beginning, especially where that cosmic trigger takes place. I think whatever is about to come that... you find out, I feel there's a real detachment and there's an energy here of, because you've been played with for so long, right? But there's something, I think, a little bit deeper in this connection that, and I'm going to have to get a few more decks. I do think this reaches resolution, but there's something else here that I think... it's not set in stone. It's how you handle this next point, right? This person needs a wake-up call, but it kind of... I'm seeing that communication is kind of key with what comes next. Let's get one more for this. Whatever it is, expect very powerful changes. It'll change this whole dynamic. Your last bit of tarot is going to be very interesting. Okay, the answers you need are coming. Oh, but you're going to need to balance, meditate, and contemplate. I think it's that communication. Don't let the past hold you back. Okay, whatever's coming with these answers, you're going to need to sit and center. That's been the theme this week over the past few readings. But very close to achieving your goals. Prosperity lies ahead. You're going to get some form of even financial blessing. I think this is going to release energy gaining momentum. An abundant block, because this person's been blocking some of your threads clearly. One more. Wow. Well, you are. This is going to bring you right outside of your comfort zone, because everything you've thought, you've got to remember what you're going through now. You think you've been crazy about the whole thing. This is going to take a completely different direction for this collective, and it's going to shock you. And however you approach this, it needs to be completely different to any other time you've approached it. Remember, we've said that a few times here. Last one. I always say, unless you've had that high priestess moment where the things you've seen are starting to come in, it's the most profound thing that will ever happen to your mind. Even if you're a practitioner and a reader, yes, when you do that for others, it's like they get to see the blessing of who you truly. But that's their like, oh my God, like it makes people believers, right? When they get a reading and the things that it's like it comes to fruition, they're like, oh my God. But as an actual, and I said this collective, you've got all four clairs. I always say we're not here to see our timeline. We're not here to read ourselves. Yes, you have the 4D imprint, but you don't get your timeline. When you guys get the moment that everything you've envisioned up here comes and you get the moment for yourself, oh my God, even though you're a believer, it's the most profound thing you'll ever go through as a spiritual practitioner that practices with their four clairs, right? That is what I feel it's just going to shock you, because this collective, you've been right all along. And I think, like I said, it's going to be like that lightning bolt just comes through you. It's just going to make you see everything so differently. And I don't even think, even as you're watching this, I just can't see how you would even see how you could see this whole situation differently. You're about to. And that says you are good enough. And you're going to realize that in this as well, this situation that unfolds. But it needs a practical plan. It makes sense with whatever's coming prosperity wise, right? Wow, confidence is key to this next part. I think your confidence is definitely going to go phew. All right. Let's really break this person down. Or do I just get a couple of evil? Let's just get a couple. Just a couple. What's this energy in the... Okay. Spiritual cleanse are telling you to do an egg cleanse right now. You could have just done one intuitively. Again, your successful choice. He says hating. I think it's envy over your successful choices in life. Successful life choices. Stalker. I said it. I said it before, and we know. Look at how this reading turned as soon as that came out. This person's a stalker. It ain't just a... It's weird. Stalker, spying on your social media. More than that, this person's done something here. Judging your background, your spirituality, your high priestess, because you've seen, and they're shocked. Watch the whole thing. Causing you to feel paranoid, which you're not. You're right. Okay, let's just get a couple more, and then I'm going to get into this person. Amethyst. So egg cleanse amethyst right now. Psychic protection, controlling spiritual energies while you dream. This can help with insomnia or nightmares. This person, and you had the Temper card. So if you've been accelerated in emotion, it's them, this person, because they're interfering in your energy by doing this. Impulsive rage or anger, hostility, major blowouts, fights. This person could be violent. They could be very argumentative. They could be a number 9. They could be ruled by Mars. Not that all nines are like that, but you're ruled by the flame. Altering your values and morals. Truth, because look at what you excuse here. On making life decisions. Oh God, beware of anyone about to enter your life. Truth. Okay, let's get into it. Blackmail. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's there's something big here. Something big. Trying to dig up dirt to use later. Oh, there's something weird. We're getting this deck first because it's got that weird obsessed card in here. So let's... I can't believe how much that took a turn. Okay, let's see this person's true feelings here. Oh my God, it's there. It's there. With the soul tie, look at it. And the secret, stop it. The lack of reciprocity, the third energy that's also doing it. And the showing out, acting like they didn't care when, I just got goosebumps. That literally ties in that whole energy just with that chunk of cards. What is going on? And I'm sitting back how I normally sit with my legs crossed. So maybe that deviation about the leg thing, that could be you, or that could be how this person's, but then I'm sitting normally again. Anyway. Oh my God, watch the whole thing. Okay, obsessed. I think I'm obsessed, unhealthily obsessed with you. I think about you all the time. I stalk you. I stalk your socials, and I hope to purposely run into you when I'm out. This kind of energy, it would be on purpose. Showing out. am acting like I didn't care about what happened between us, but I do. I just wanted to appear unbothered because you caught them and they denied it. Stop it. The secrets. I haven't told you everything. I wonder why. This person would be so embarrassed. Soul tie. I always feel and mend. I didn't even see that. Be careful with mend in this one. Until they learn that lesson, this person would be so claiming. The lack of reciprocity. I want equal give and take, but they've dug themselves to China. Oh my God. The third party, I think it's more than one person. It's either them and one other person or them and two people. It is, let's be real, if they're doing something weird like this, it would be something they would do with friends. They've done it before to other people. It would be like a best friend. It would be like a childhood friend. And whoever this friend is that they do, this other person would do it to people they're interested in. It's like a little... weird group thing. It's a weird group thing. Confirmation. That's a double confirmation because we said it and then someone else came out in that part. Oh God. They want to fix this. They wouldn't even know where to start, especially because you already know and they know you see. So they've been holding back. And the whole time, this little creep's been obsessed. This reading's taken a turn. Oh. But still, everything we said in that first part, this collective needs. This person, they have made you question your sanity, your worth. They've made you question everything. When the whole time, they've just been there toying with your energy. Oh my God. This one... I feel like I'm reading a bloody drama, Days of Our Lives. Collective. Oh, God. Obsessed. Oh, Jesus. Obsessed. Two here. Oh, so they want to spoil you. I'm not really showing you how. Still they listen to everything. This is about music. They probably, if you've got Spotify, they probably even listen to the music you download, if that's possible. I'm pretty sure you have to have it on share or something, but this is about listening to music you've shared. But just with how obsessed this person is, they would know everything. There wouldn't be an avenue that they don't their eye on you with. But again, this is all part of your soul contract to heal this kind of energy, not be enticed by this energy, to actually get the ick with this kind of energy, because that's their, again, watch the whole thing. I listen to the music you've shared with me. It helps me I just think they listen to everything. I don't think it's that. I think they just see everything. Showing out. And they have to present this way because you've caught them. So that's why they present so cold and detached, because it's like they don't want you to know because they're embarrassed. Showing out. The disagreements. Constantly antagonizing and provoking. So that King of Cups in reverse, I have to redo that perspective, because now that I've read part 2, the blocks here, how it's been on hold, it's been because of their emotional manipulation, what they've repressed, what they've held back, what they haven't said to you. And this is why they wanted temperance over it. They want to harmonize it. This is why they're reflecting on the 10 of Coins in reverse. Now that I'm reading this, oh my God, it had to come out that way in part 1 because you needed strength in boundaries for what comes next. Oh God, I wish you could understand how I feel and why I do this weird shit. Truth. Oh God, secrets. Oh, nervous. Stop it. This reading. You would be so powerful. Again, you've come up as, I always say, it's your spirit team that comes through us. They are nervous. Stop questioning yourself, this collective. They're so nervous. This is why this person would never admit to this. This is why it's coming through that cosmic trigger. It's coming through divine intervention. This isn't, they wouldn't ever have the courage to tell you. So you know what, my angels, if this is coming through some form of divine, because this is supposed to bring an emotional climax, again, watch the whole thing. This would be coming from someone in this little trio that they've had maybe a falling out with, or if they connected to someone else love-wise, maybe they find it. This is coming from an avenue you do not expect, right? There is no way this person would ever own this. It's like even getting caught literally red-handed, say people send you photos, screenshots of things, they would still try and talk themselves out of it, right? This is, it's like I said in that part, it's not just burners, this is something weird. So nervous that this is going to come out in the open. You make me nervous even just think, and now this is why they would be depressed, because they love you so much, but they feel like they've trapped themselves in this. And they know the only way it would work if you knew everything that's been going on, and they don't have the courage to tell you. So again, it's divine intervention. This is really like a drama that I'm reading. Just saying. I feel like this is like a very like crazy novel. It's just full on. It's full on. Oh my gosh. Do you remember Jerry Springer? Does anyone remember Jerry Springer? Or am I just really old? It's a Jerry Springer episode. Oh God, soul time. Oh, that one's sad. I do think they're really sorry. And this just shows when we have lessons to learn, it's like, again, I feel this person's done this to past connections, but they never cared for them the way they cared for you. And it's like, it had to be done to teach them their lesson. Interfere in people's energy the way that they do. It's a true lesson about prying. Pandora's box, being sneaky, being that fox behavior. This would be the wake-up call, the fire that this person needed. Just like they were the fire for the lessons that you were meant to teach them how to weld out that fox energy through this kind of deception. They were meant to teach you to trust in your high priestess and empress. That's why you've always known. That's why you had to be bamboozled. And this is why. Remember the card, surrendered to divine timing. It's all the wheels that need to go bing. It's not your ego's time. It's nothing as surface level as we read at the first part. It's all these little kind of that have been in place. Wow. Reciprocity. The mistakes. Oh God. I wish I could write they do. I will say that. I will say this person would genuinely feel sick about it. Temperance it. That's why they want to balance it. It would all be catching up in a weird way in their life right now. I reckon they're going through destruction with one. And the blackmail that came out, maybe it's someone more blackmailing them. Oh, God. Well, let's not be as dramatic as blackmail, but really holding it over their head, right? Oh, and now they want to mend this and commit. Oh gosh, I want to fix this connection. I'm going to say need you to be part of my future, reminiscing on everything. Oh. It's that buckle up energy, this collective buckle up. Buckle up. Oh my gosh. I'm going back to when the answers you need are coming, and to balance, meditate, contemplate. You might get ignition, especially finding out from someone else. You might get ignition to beeline this person. If I was you, this collective, I would sit on it, because they would know you know. I would sit on it. I wouldn't even approach them, because it would make them reflect even more. If they know that you know and you're just sitting there and you're not saying anything, they'll really learn their lesson, because they'll be fixating and having to obsessively focus on what they've done here. Because again, it's a lesson for them, not just you. All right, let's see their intention. This is going to be interesting. Oh, they the Nine of Cups in reverse. So they do it from an imbalanced place. That's sad. The pain of our separation is tearing me apart. I don't know how to handle my feelings and emotions. Instead of working through the pain, I use and take whatever helps me feel numb. So it's come from an imbalanced place. That's sad. Other people. I was foolish to believe the opinions of others. I should have trusted my heart more than what others thought about. I think this all started off as a joke. I think it all started off as a joke, and it just got too hot and heavy. Trusted my heart more than what others thought about our connection. Please forgive me for doubting our connection. Number 15 and shadow. Devil energy, 15. And 35. They're going through a dark night. Oh, their life would be terrible right now. They can't escape it. Number 3. I'm fighting my demons and re-examining my actions. It's all caught up to them. I've got to see what's going on in this person's life. I've got to get tarot. It's life-altering and extremely painful. At times I fight against the changes, but I know it must happen for me to evolve. Oh, this is making so much more sense. And this poor collective, you think you're crazy. Okay. Yes! Stop it. This is underneath this, though, which is sad. But they're huge evolution. But they've got to stop doing that to try and numb out their emotion. One more. You know what they were feeling, and then on top of it, desensitizing themselves with addictions, bad company. I genuinely think this never started off in a malicious. Again, I feel it's something that's repetitive in their life. It could have started off as a joke, and then their emotions of you started catching up, and then they were digging themselves to China, and then they got too deep, and then you called them out, and then they didn't. It just seems like a pile of mess, continuous mess. And now you guys are at this point. Everything's catching up. They're going over it all. Oh, gosh. One more for that. I'm starting to feel sorry for them. And then the difficult differences, the societal issues, it'll never work, the energy blocks, but they couldn't get enough of you. And it was the only way. It's like even if it was being laughing and joke. It's like it was still a focus, right? But maybe they had to play off that it was this kind of way. But it's like this person, again, obsessed. They excuse their behavior. You guys had a lot of blocks here. Oh. Okay. Odious opinions. And there is something, I'm seeing it as that religious beliefs. There's so much grievance here because you see the spiritual beliefs, right? In the evil eye deck. And we brought up religion and spirituality in the start. Everything we say is for a reason. Oh, God. Okay, memory. So this is probably when it all started with the other people involved. March 20th. Oh, I was talking to myself. So when all of this weird stuff started happening, because this is what they're reflecting on and the people involved in it, which makes me think, again, the people involved in it, there's something going on here. But March 20, this would have been last year. So this has been going on for a long time, if not the year before, if this has been around this cycle that many times, right? March 20th, May, even before that, March 20th, May 5th, May 6th, June 20th. Don't make it fit. Not for this collective. It's too specific. The leg thing, the bloody... Let's be real. How many people does this kind of stuff happen to? I keep feeling like I'm bloody reading a book or something. It's very specific. Okay. Dark night of the soul. Oh, so they promised you a family. So that 10 of coins in reverse of what they could have had with you. This is what's destroying them. This is why the commitment, wanting to mend this. Oh my gosh. I miss the family we created, or the family that could have been. I realize I made a mistake by walking away from my happiness. You are my life partner, my other half, my confidant. And it's completely ripping away at them. Number 7, 7th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 7th. One more, two more. Obsessed! The naughty, constantly. Everything. They would be everything. Every platform, photos, message, they would have everything. I can't help but want you physically, sexually, mentally. You're all I think about, obsessed, when, I'm going to say all the time, not even just alone, and lost in my thoughts. The thought of you drives me insane, literally, to a point of doing some weird stuff. Now, past life gets soul tie. So they see you as their past life connection. Oh, this person's silly. This person's silly. And how much you shine. They were jealous of your life choices. And you could be a Leo, but I was so used to being the center focus of everyone's attention, but your magnetism outweighed mine, and I was insecure about that. And I don't even think they realized it was a trigger point, how much you glue, how much you would glow. I said that lighthouse deviation before. I've got to get tarot here. This is going to be such a long reading. I've just quickly got to get tarot. I just want to see what's actually going on. Hold on. In their life, because I think there's something falling apart on their... Oh my God, if you could be a fly on the wall right now. Okay. What's going on here? There's destruction with someone, a toxic energetic implants around them, someone they were codependent to, a negative karmic connection that was toxic, something to do with emotional, even physical abuse here. That tied to the missed opportunity, the spy with the sneaky, and that came out with the 9 of Swords. What else was it? This is where the reading started to change and shift. There is something going on. The missed opportunity, the insincerity, the lies that got out of control. So it is a focus in their life. It's whoever was tied to this situation. They could have been an earth sign or an air sign. Oh, now they're thinking of apologize, but they're still not seeing it right. They're nervous. Page of Cups, they're naive. And now they're trapped in the thoughts of love. And I always say he's my hopeless little romantic, but it's bringing up so much stuff. That's good, world, which they're going through. So that universal part, I think you need to weld it, but there is something in their life, the divine masculine with the fox in the world. Whatever's being caught in their life, it's welding something out, which is good. Do they feel a sense of wholeness and accomplishment? No, but it's creating it, right? Last 6 months, it's been brewing. Finding inner truth, catalyst for change, a transformation, cosmic trigger to create new beginnings. This has been brewing. So whoever these things have been bubbling under the surface for the past 6 months in this dynamic. So it wouldn't surprise me if this person has tried to approach you in the last 6 months as things were bubbling here. But it could have come to the table then that this person found out, so they had to detach from. There's something going on, right, collective? This will all make sense because this has been cosmically aligned till then, and your next cosmic trigger to find everything out comes by the next full moon. Again, watch the whole thing. It's all been because it's divine intervention. It was gravitating that much off your path. It's been prolonged so long because of this. And it's preparing you for the next 6 months ahead, so that'll take you to June, or their life anyway. Oh, this is good. This is a kind of study of magic, but it's helping them find their true path. It's helping them set goals to break free from this. It's making them want better in their life. It's in an odd way grounding them. Do they see that just yet? Probably not. One more. Yeah, it's coming through. 5 of Wands. Arguing, chaos, misunderstanding, missed opportunities. Double whammy for the missed opportunities this has created. Competition, temper. So you're feeling anger right now. It's coming from them. And remember, they got the Mars card as well. You're feeling the chaos they're going through, but underlining it's creating something amazing. They don't know it just yet, but it is. This is sad. So it's happened time and time again. Confirmation, judgment in reverse, unwilling to learn the karmic lesson with this person. This has happened. Not just with you, people before you, and who have done it to their love interests, people that they've been tied to. It's like a test. It's a weird thing. It's very weird. So it's not just your person, it's this other person. Karma bound, judgment in reverse, and it's created whoever this energetic implants, it's accelerating with the indecision and negative self. There is something being held over your person's head right now, but whoever's holding it over their head shouldn't be, because they're just as much at fault here, right? But I think because your person's so invested, but the unwilling to learn, they've gone around the roundabout with this devil person time and time again. So the apology, smack bang, uncertainty, nervous, stuck, all the delay tactics because they're not saying it right. They've been resisting, they've been stalling. Oh God. It's just confirming everything. All right, this world. Bubbling under the surface. So again, confirm it's not, they're not feeling it just yet, but they will. It's all been bubbling under the surface. The lack of direction, so many different things are coming into their mind right now, so many ideas, right, of what will, what won't, adding to the nervousness. This is why the cosmos are just going to get it done. It's too much indecision. They know what's right to do, but they're scared. It's blocked them. Oh, so they've acted like a wounded teenage boy towards you. Oh my God, this is why the cosmos here. Knight of Wands in reverse. Watch the whole thing. The unpredictable, holding a grudge, hasty, comes from jealousy, right? The way they've treated you because they were backed in a corner. This is terrible. This is terrible. This pork and the volatility, the arrogance. My angels, genuine emotion, doesn't matter. Watch the first part. The first part seems like it doesn't, it seems like a different reading, but it's not, because everything that was said in that first part, you needed to hear, because that's what's going to break your cycle. until you break your cycle and learn what you need to learn, and they learn to get rid of this kind of behavior, it would never work anyway. And like I said in that first part, if this is meant to be and you finally sever this out and there is a proper return, at least you watch from the beginning, because I'm starting to feel sorry for this person, and I hope this collective you're not, because again, that purple deck, you're about to get approached how they've always approached. They still don't have confidence. And I have a feeling now that I'm reading this, if they'll be back, it's because they're backed in a corner. And remember I stopped and I said, I'd choose silence if I was you, because then they'll come in to test. Do they know? Do they know? Like, that's what I think's about to happen. I would just, anyway, it's up to you. I'm just here for advice. And it could really be tied to an earth sign. I've got to get message cards, then we're getting tarot. What's coming next in this dynamic, advice for how you should deal with it, and the outcome. Hold on. Okay. I just want to get a few, what they're fearful to say. I'm afraid to lose you. That's where it all comes from. Being truthful, the secrets, they're so nervous because they know this behavior. And I said it in your part. I said, anyone else, you get the ick. I said, if this doesn't faze you like that, I remember saying that's some unconditional love. Like, this is it's crossing a line. It's very invasive, creepy energy, right? So no wonder they're afraid to lose you. And it's already bubbling in their life. There's a real fear here. I was hurt by you. The difficult differences, was it infatuation? For them to excuse what they were doing here, but mind you, they've done it to other people before. Their excuse was you hurt them. So they toyed with you. Will you leave me like the rest of them, like the others? I'm surprised if this collective doesn't. I'm going to be honest. It's weird. Yes, it came from trauma. It's just not excusable. Oh. They don't know who they are anymore. So what they've done, they would feel sick with their behavior. They would, and I have said it. They would feel so icky that they've done it. And if they've pretended to be someone they weren't towards you for a long time, of course they wouldn't know who they are. Why do I deserve? I think it's more questioning if they've done all this in the background. I just can't see how they would even believe in the love you have for them. So this card, why do I deserve someone like, I don't know, it's come out for a reason, right? Collective, this one would make sense. But I just feel if they knew that you'd actually, I don't know why I deserve someone like, it makes me feel like this person knows that you're very invested. But I feel this collective, you hold it more with, I don't know, what the right collective, it'll make sense. I just don't know why someone would do all of this in the background if they knew you as a collective was invested in them. Why can't I tell you the truth? I'm afraid to lose you. Because they know it's creepy and weird. That's why they can't tell you the truth. Because they know anyone in their right mind would walk away from behavior like that. Like, it's weird. I've said it a few times. They should be embarrassed. Well, they are embarrassed, clearly. Oh, I was hurt. People don't believe in me. They're still feeling sorry for themselves a bit. I was hurt by you. People don't believe. Like, it's still a bit victim here. I ain't gonna lie. Again, there's a reason you need boundaries. But that's up to you. Will you leave me like... No wonder people leave them. Sorry, that was really mean. That was mean. But I just think this person's behavior, they're presenting as a Knight of Wands in reverse. They just push people to their breaking point. Major gaslighter. Major. Their lesson in your contract was to make you believe your power, to not be bamboozled by this person. Like, this is huge. They don't even know where to start. I wonder why. I feel this collective, it's been going on for a very long time. Very long time. They wouldn't know where to start. They wouldn't even know how to be honest. Remember, they got Pinocchio. They're in China. Remember that. They've dug themselves that far. They're trapped. They're stuck in visions of you together. Obsessed. They feel lonely. I don't know who I am. They've lost themselves. It's sad. I always say trauma makes us do silly things. The sad thing is here, you can see the nerves. You can see they don't want to take accountability. You see that this truth is coming from someone else. So that's what's really sad here, because they're sitting in long suffering. They're completely obsessed, but their lies and betrayal and deceit, it's holding them back. And if they can't own something like that, and it's coming because they're caught red-handed, no wonder the universe is saying you come first, right? This needs a clean. I think it's the only way this person will wake up in life. All right, let's see what's coming towards you next year. Oh, drama. Rapid high, rapid low, and very quickly. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. It could come from an air sign. But them coming in cold and this and that, it's more just to test the waters, I promise you. Rapid action, quick communication, harsh though, reckless. I think it's them being cold. Oh God, this person's so silly. No one, they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are when that mask isn't up anymore, because they've been wearing it so long. For someone to have this much feeling but still approach someone they love like this, no wonder you're losing your sanity. Like this collective, you are actually questioning your sanity here. It does not, anyone would, because you're a high priestess, so you feel the intensity, but you're not shown. Oh my God, this poor collective. Oh my God. But I am going to say this really could come, because of what everything I say is for a reason. Next action, it could come from an impulsive, reckless place from an air sign, a Queen of Swords, right? Doesn't have to be female. It could be someone, a male in their wounded feminine, or in their more leans towards their feminine energy. But I think the only reason your person's going to, because remember, they'll be back without, watch the whole thing, is to see if you know. I'd be high priestessing this one. I'd be holding your cards close to their chest, your chest, keeping them in this to really reflect on this behavior. That's good. Unless they're coming in more, less is more, presenting very mindful. It could, again, I think it's more them. I think they have the intention of wanting to fix this, make decisions for this person doesn't have the confidence to do it. I think it's them holding back important decisions, but really presenting undaunted and very blasé about things. One more. I think that's up above. Chariot, this is on the Chariot. To remove the obstacles as part of your destined path. They could want to remove the obstacles. Surrender it all. Let it go. And just believe. If it's on this Chariot, it's tied to some form of destined path for both of you. You just need to trust the universe with this one. Truly. It is not time to fix anything. Especially if this is all coming out from someone else. Right? It just shows they're not ready. They're not ready to be honest. They're not ready to change. They're still discovering themselves. They're going through a dark night of the soul, so that I don't know who I am anymore. And I always tell you guys, someone going through a dark night, steer clear from. They're not seeing emotion properly. Anyway, let's see your advice, how you should deal with this. Slow. Knight of Pentacles is, oh wow. That's really odd. Okay, that makes sense. One, all the earth here, you need to be grounded. Two, don't overcommit. Do not drop the ball with this one. I think, if anything, this is something you need to see: the dedication, perseverance, hard work, the loyalty. Don't be defensive. I don't think you need to be defensive, but I actually think you need to be a bit stubborn and choose you. I am going to be honest with this here. I wouldn't be offering this person anything, or again, I think you need to trust in the universal flow of life. I think you need to, I always say, when it comes to this, I don't like calling him the manipulator. I think he's the manipulator of universal energy and frequency, right? Because his mind is what creates his magic. But I am going to be honest, because this card specifies the trickster, and I think you need to finally, it's that moment we were talking about, the high priestess moment. This is what this has turned into. You've been tricked into thinking you were crazy and things were being denied, and like there's some big things going on here. I think you need to see it in your strength, and I just can't see how Spirit's saying put that towards this person after what's been done. That would be a poor choice here. And I think, did you see they go, tick? I think this release should make you put this effort into yourself a bit more and trust in the guidance of it all. If it's really meant to be, it'll be. I've said it about 10 times, but this ain't the time. You try and persevere and understand, and it's just not the time, because yes, they're starting to awaken to it. They haven't healed it though. They'll do it again. They'll do it again in a really odd way. If someone can be that deceptive, manipulative, I can't even imagine the things this person would do in the dark. Like, I can't even imagine. And I'm saying that from a place of love, right? I say everyone can heal. They are clearly changing, but they ain't changed. Like, they ain't changed. And even the universe's part, they need to world out this fox energy before anything, right? Let's get one more. Stand in your independence. Stand in your singlehood. Stand in your achievements, but approach it grounded and emotionally mature. I'm surprised the High Priestess didn't come out, because I just think you should keep your cards close to your chest. Disaster diverted. Divert the tower. But internal lessons and chaos, it is going to come, and this is why you need to ground. But another thing I'm hearing here is, if you try and work through this with this person, be their savior. Watch that lighthouse thing I was talking about, right? You're delaying the inevitable. It's going to happen again because they haven't healed it. That it's the process, but don't overcommit here. Don't overcommit here. Don't try and solve this person's problems. They need to get themselves out of this ocean that they're sinking in right now. What could your potential outcome be here? Whoa. Oh my God. This must be, it's a past life connection. It's weird. I said it a couple times. Miracle. Six of Cups, you could transform. This card says second chance at love, reigniting the past, miracle, major opportunities. That's a miracle card, that and the Star. Transform into a new beginning. From the pain, the hurt, the unexpected change will grow you guys. But it would have to be something past life to excuse that, because I've said it a few times. Anyone that would accept and finally come into understanding of all this, like that's love. As we said at Lovers, just trust. If this is really meant to be, I've said it won't pass you by. It will return the right way. But let's be real, that ain't the right way. One more. I guess that's kind of the nothing set in stone. I just hope this collective, you don't give in to have a feeling you're going to want to fix this person's problems. Through their part, I started to soften up, and I kept saying, oh my God, this is sad. I feel sorry for them. And I'm worried the poor me, poor my act. And the biggest thing is Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups in reverse. And that is where this all started from, their excessive, indulgent, selfish, empty, desensitizing behavior, right? And I'm just here for advice, if this all comes to light from someone else, right? Because it's someone else coming through with all of this stuff. And this person a day or two later, because maybe you in the past, you would beeline them straight away and say, how could you, right? But you don't. You choose silence. And then this person pops up with a little in your inbox or something. It's them testing the waters to see if they've been caught here and this person's done what they said they were going to do. It ain't time, because they're only coming through because they're bricks thinking, I would just, if you're going to be grounded, say whatever. But I think you need to go within. I think you need to meditate and contemplate. I think you need to trust in the universal flow of life. I think you need to trust that you're not this person's savior. You can't solve their problems. This is something they need to heal. I think you need to reflect on the actual tower and destruction that has been done. I think you need to make sure you ain't dropping the ball with this one, right? I think you need to put all of that back into yourself and reflect, have they given me a solid offer? They've literally, what you're about to find out is going to make you see they've broken your loyalty, your trust, everything you've persevered, endured from all of their defensive and stubborn behavior. It's like it's all going to come flashing in, right? And I always tell you guys, without dedicated effort, consistency, it ain't going to work. So do you have potential to transform? Yes, but let's be real. If you give into that and try and fix this bird, you're going to end up always on the roundabout of, because this person hasn't even healed the excessive indulgent behavior as well. That's going to become your burden. I said it in the message cards, they're still playing the victim. This is something you should be shown empathy and understanding, and someone trying to soothe you. It feels like this is going to end up, even though it was all done to you, you soothing them. You know those situations you're in ignition with someone and it's like you just apologize to just kind of save peace, even though that's kind of what it's reminding me of. It's like this person's done all this, but because of their victim mentality, it's going to be you trying to soothe them. Do you know what I'm trying? And that is you not learning your lesson. So it's going to repeat, because this all comes down to repeated lessons, right? Your soul contract, watch. It could go either way, and that makes sense with the not set in stone. And I said it in that part, I can't even see how you would want to try and fix this. Like, I felt, and I said it, that you'd get the ick. If you don't get the ick, that's some, that is some, anyway, one more. Yeah, 5 of Wands, be careful. And I wouldn't be doing that. I would not be doing that, because they'd be defensive. They'd be trying to defend themselves. Remember I said you could literally put paper in front of them showing them, especially if this person sends you stuff, and they'd still try and deny it, right? It's this person. Anyway, I'd let it be. I'd let this one be. And trust. Trust. If it returns, it will return the right way. Oh, that reading ended up being something else. And you know what's even weirder? Because I was thinking, I'm like, have I even read something like this before? And I think I have. I think a few months ago, even like ages ago, which it must be the same collective, because like I said, I feel like I'm reading a soap opera. It wouldn't happen to many people, but I think I've picked this I think I've picked this collective up in the past, and it's like, it's just, I don't know, weird. H, that could be an initial tied to this. J, a love heart. Oh God, labradorite. Angel aura quartz, crescent moon, full moon energy. They could be the birth moons. Your heart. Oh my God, the lightning just flicked out when I said that. Storm. But that's a rapid moving one. If this comes in on a stormy night with thunder and stuff, sign. But your hearts are protected. Abundance, that's good. Through all your perseverance, the little purple butterfly could have broken a necklace, or maybe a bit of jewelry that this person got you just broke. And that's a sign. When something breaks, especially jewelry, you should never try and fix it. I always bury broken jewelry, give it back to Mother Earth. That is broken. And if it's a necklace, it's like the chain's broken. Now you got 3 pearls here, one of them the baby pearl. So you guys could have had a pregnancy, a child, or it could be destined to you guys. Weird, but maybe. Black and white candle, yin and yang. Oh my God, and the golden butterfly came. This hasn't come out for ages. Remember who you are. Remember your wings. Remember your power. The golden butterfly. Okay, important dates, birthdays, memories. Oh, angel numbers. Oh, that's beautiful. Safe travel with your clear and purge, and then on to 6. Clean slate. That's good. 2nd of the 5th, 5th of the 2nd, 18th of the 10th. 25th of the 10th, 18th of the 3rd, 16 by itself, or 16th of the 3rd, 10th, 5th or 2nd. Oh, and that went to 15, 15th of the 2nd. All right, 16th of the 2nd, 20th of the 2nd, 16, 16, 202. 20th of the 6th, 16th of the 6th, 166, 11 by itself, 16th of the 11th. All right, my loves, plane taking off. I love you guys. Have a good day.